Welcome to the University Park Improvement District recorded meeting records. The board tried to delete these from the internet, claiming it cost too much to keep them saved on Zoom, so now they are here uploaded for free on YouTube. Meet the board members: James Slaymaker, the lying hypocrite; Joanne Zahner, who joined the board because she was upset her neighbor had more cars than her; and Sarah Dole, who agrees with them that it should be illegal for women to be topless.
Booter. Recording in progress. All right. So University Park Board agenda, April 9th, 2024, 7 o'clock at the clubhouse. This meeting is being recorded, including both live and Zoom audiences for future reference. Please stand and state your name before speaking, brief, on target, and to the point. Call to order. Board members James Slaymaker, Joanne Zahner, and Sarah Dole.
You can click there.
Introductions, announcements, presentations. Thanks. Thank you, Allie Gilbert, and all the Easter elves who assisted with the community Easter egg hunt. 28 kids came to hunt 750 eggs. It was fun. It was a lot of fun watching the kids grab all them eggs. So we did spend a little over budget, like $14. Thank you, Ross Lyons, Brian Nolte, John Cassada, Gordon Sabo, with the fire department and community members who volunteered their time and equipment to help make the prescribed burn on March 27th a success. And you can look right there. There's one of the areas that got burned, and the other one's over there across on 5, I guess it is. 6, 7, 6. 7. Thank you.
A lot of golf balls. I appreciate it, you guys.
Let's see here. Welcome new community members. So there's some new community members sitting here that people might not know who you are. Why don't you stand up and, if you wouldn't, introduce yourself?
My name is Ethan Sylvester, and this is my wife, Krista Sylvester. So we've been here now for how many months?
We've been here since September.
Since September, yeah.
But he's been deployed, serving our country. So we thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
All right, let's see. Audience comments. Please stand and state your name before speaking. Keep comments to under 5 minutes. Be brief and respectful of the board and other community members. Audience will have the opportunity to take part in discussions of agenda items in the order that they appear on the agenda. So audience comments in the room first. Anything? All right, how about online? Anything online they'd like to comment?
I see nothing.
My only comment is make sure you sign in so we know who's here so I can get it for the meeting minutes. I appreciate that.
All right, so moving on. So approval of both the March meeting minutes and March financial report. So are there any comments from the board on that? And on the minutes, it's also going to be that short one we held for the boat dock, just to make it official. We're going to approve that at this time also. Okay, so any comments from the community on the financials and the minutes? How about online?
No comments online.
All right, the board, any additional comments?
No.
Not me either.
Make a motion that we approve the meeting, the additional meeting minutes and the financial report.
I second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, opposed? No. All right, both the March meeting minutes and March financial report are approved. Second page, like it. Full business. Standing committee reports. So the first one is the boat ramp. John Cassidy.
Picked up the floats as planned this morning down in Arkansas, got those back, so the extras are tucked away down in the old pump house. And the new ones are sitting there ready to be worked on. So based upon the lake level at this point, I don't think there's a huge hurry on it, but I don't see any problem with getting that all put together. So I will keep the board apprised of how I'm doing in terms of any kind of expenditures at this point. So so far so good.
If you need help, you just speak up and we'll get you some.
At this point, I think I'm good, but if I need help, I know who to call.
All right, well, thank you. So John did go, he observed the the Eclipse there in Arkansas and picked up the floats and brought them back for us. So he
Yeah.
saved us a bunch of money in shipping, so we do appreciate that.
Yep.
And he got 2 spares, so we have those for next time, if you're not aware what took place. So, thank you, John.
Yep.
Golf course, Jeff Luna, update.
We had a get together with me and the two Laura and Laura. We met here on the 21st of March. And we did a drive-through around the golf course and looked at anything we thought might need addressed. Of course, the greens all need addressed. They're all pretty grassy. That's something we need to look at in the near future to try and get the grass out of them. The rock path that comes in from 9 up to the clubhouse is pretty ruddy and it could probably use some rock on it. I don't know if you want me to try to get a price or something on getting some rock to put in there. But
I would say make a list of what all you want to buy, and we
Okay,
can
yeah,
work it.
Is there a reason all the rock and everything is down at the rock, burn pit? There is some piles of gravel and some other random little pieces there.
That's all usable. That's all available.
yeah, it's just,
So we do have some.
yeah, there's just some spots that get muddy there that we looked at. This is just something that we were gonna maybe look at, or maybe me look at. Some of the yardage markers. When we was out there, the ladies didn't even know what the yardage markers were. But they could stand to be repainted, but I probably have some paint to paint them up and make them pretty again, but I'll take a look and see if I can't get them painted. I don't know if anybody even uses yardage markers anymore, but there's quite a few out there. They just need refreshed. They're all pretty faded. And we talked about ideas in case 5 goes away in the future with the septic system, but we'll cover that when that happens, because we don't know exactly for sure where everything was gonna set, but we did discuss some different ideas.
Okay.
That's all we had.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yep.
Welcome committee. Don Turner, is he online?
He is not.
I don't think he has any new folks.
Welcome right now.
I agree. Okay. Firewise, Carla Slaymaker.
This Saturday, 8 AM, we can. I've got some RSVPs or some people that are coming. But if you are gonna come and you haven't let me know, please let me know, because we want to feed everybody lunch and want to make sure we have enough. We'll just meet here at 8 AM, divide into groups. The main focus is going to be just clearing the roadside ditches or to make tree trimming on the intersections safer and that kind of thing. In the area for the first stop. And then if we all get that done and we want to do more, there's plenty more to do. Last year, like I know John, the crew down on Briar Lane. So if you have an area you're going to work on with people and you don't want to come down here because you already have a plan, just let me know. So I know where you are and can let you know when food's ready. So, that's basically all I have. Jeff's wife, Kim Luna, and Jim and Jackie Slaymaker are making all the food for lunch. So thank you to them.
Nice.
Appreciate that.
And if I could tag on to the back of that regarding fire volunteers. So a couple years ago, they made the admin role. So, and I'm one of the admins in the area. There's 3 of us. And if there's a big fire like this weekend, which of course I was down in Arkansas too with the eclipse, they'll request an admin to come to site to bring water, food for the firefighters. And you stepped in, which is really appreciative, to get food and water. There is an admin in Randolph that was bringing food. So we're going to try and coordinate. I didn't realize people didn't know about us, and I apologize. Now, and I'll get the other admins too, because if I'm not here, I obviously can't take food and water and count the firemen. So basically that's the role. I think once John Martin's left, it was something that he instigated because of what he saw happening around here. And it's a great thing and so appreciative of what you did stepping in and people donating. But there's 3 of us. I'll get our numbers and I'll make sure and post it and let you know, but they will request us. So when they request and a fire goes out, And John, how many of us get that fire message? 30?
Well,
Or-
so for our particular station, there's approximately 8, I want to say,
But then,
8 to 10, but depends on the fire, and how many, different, crews that they call out, and then how many different stations, depends on the fire, the location of the fire, and the intensity of the fire.
and that was big stations were called out, according to Brian,
They called
even
everybody.
Kansas City. Yeah, everybody.
They called everybody that we had here in Denison, and then they called the mutual aid from Kansas City and actually Fort Riley and beyond that. So,
Exactly.
but it depends on, and it will vary, because time of day. And they may initially dispatch, 2 or 3 stations, and depending on how many responses, if it's on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Depends on who responds, they may dispatch 4 stations, but, coordinating that food, and water, bringing additional resources is greatly appreciated.
Yes.
Because there are times, quite frankly, when we get called out on a fire, I don't know when I'll be able.
Exactly.
So
So-
it depends on how bad, because the Baldwin Creek Fire, for example, last year, when they got called out for that, they, when we had it contained, there was a couple of firefighters on our crew that stayed there overnight.
Right. Right.
And until the next morning, until the next crew showed up to be able to relieve them, so to watch it.
So how this works, so if there's multiple groups called out, there could be 3 or 4 administrators, and we're supposed to coordinate if we're in town, how to get food and water to the firefighter volunteers. And I get a message through the same system that says, we need an admin. Can you get here? We have 25 people, or whatever the case. So we'll make it more visible so that people know, okay, and we'll take food for sure, donations. Otherwise we go get pizzas and sandwiches and water and Gatorade. But I'll make it more clear. Sorry that it wasn't clear, and sorry I missed so much being able to help, but yeah. Thank you.
So one thing that's gonna happen on fire, or not on Firewise Day, is there's a large, I think it's a cottonwood tree across the road, right across the access here to the clubhouse, and it's dead. Been dead for a while. And with all these fires, and the deal that happened out in Maui is the trees caught fire and fell over and blocked the road, and people couldn't get out, and they just died packed up against trees. So anyway, it's just a lesson for us. So I talked to Trey. He's got big saws and he's cut a lot of big trees, but he will not be available on Saturday. But he's going to work it out and have another day where he'll come cut that tree out, and I'll let folks know, because we can get some more folks down here, and we can use the tractor and the skid and dump trailers, whatever we got to do, so we can get it off the road quick. We have to lay it on the road and then haul it off quick. So, but anyway, that's going to happen, but not this weekend. Okay. Let's see. Parks and Rec, Kurt, there's no update on that. Sherman Township, Tracy said she didn't have any updates on that. Golf course.
All right, and Laura gave me notes. She's not able to be here tonight. So she said 3 items. 1, the prescribed fire went very well. Please do not use motorized vehicles in the burned areas. And she thanked again the volunteer firefighters that were out there. That was very helpful.
Well, all the volunteers that showed up, the community volunteers, really made that go as smoothly as it did. All the people
Super.
that showed up with their UTVs and whether they had tanks on it or they were just there with a rake, that's what made that go as smooth and as safe as it did. So Fire Department was glad to help, but the community involvement in that was the key for the.
That's cool. And Ross Lyons, so helpful.
Yep.
And the cool pictures too. Number 2, she said the Boy Scouts will be mapping the old world blue stem for us on Saturday, April 27th. So you should see a bunch of, I shouldn't call them kids, they're probably in high school with uniforms on, but they're going to give maps of the old world blue stem. And number 3, John Martins had instructed the golf course committee, or the prairie management committee, to keep mowed the red checkered areas on the map attached to last month's agenda to reduce risk of a grass fire. And then of course, cedars are our main concern, and they're working to reduce them on the course. So there is a plan. I know somebody had asked, is there a plan? And yes, there's definitely a plan on the mowing and then reducing the cedars. And that's it.
Yeah, so basically the prairie grass kind of pushes up against the cedars, and if something caught fire and it got up in the cedars, it could be a problem for us. So, we will reevaluate that this year. And if we need to take the mower and cut 2 or 3 passes and make it wider so there's a better fire break, we can do that, you know, we'll, you know, we'll react accordingly to whatever needs to happen, so we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, so then, equipment, once again, Kurt's not here, but I mean, equipment it's ready to go now. There's some maintenance needs to be done, but it can be used if it needs to be used. Firehouse bill, so I did speak to, Clancy Holman at the commissioner meeting. And, he had received the feedback from the board, on the letter that he sent us. And he did not have a problem with the information in the letter that we sent him. He didn't have any conflict or anything. He was, he is the package is at Charles and Wilson now to draw up the contract and to, make the plat right, because there were some questions about the plat and get all that worked out. So it's not done by any means, and it probably won't be done next month, but,
But they do not want to do a land lease.
he does not.
Did they say why?
No, he said he's happy to keep pursuing the previous agreement. So I didn't push him on it. I don't want to slow it down. But we did address a lot of concerns in our input back to them that the land lease would also protect us. You know, where the contract we pushed back had some protection for the community for future use and future ownership of the property. It's in that contract. So as long as the contract comes back to us in the manner that we requested, then we should be okay. But we have an opportunity to weigh in on it again once it comes back. Let's see. Okay, sewer lagoon update.
Okay, if you go to our website, we have all the updates from Evan. I just put yesterday's update on the website. And I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you. So what I put is, he gave us an update on the project. The geotechnical report showed that the existing soil, when mixed with bentonite, will meet KDHE's requirements for the lagoon liner. With that news, the engineer has started design of the lagoon and additional lift stations. As mentioned previously, the lagoon will be placed directly west of the water tower. This is all for this update. I will send out another.
Hey, so at this time, we're gonna turn off the Zoom recording. And we'll leave the audio. Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and pull.
Do you want to leave now or do you
I'm
want me to
not
call?
leaving. I'm not breaking
Alright.
any law.
You're disrupting this meeting.
And I've asked you to leave. And you're refusing to leave.
Not
And I've
allowed.
asked you to be quiet and speak when there's an opportunity to speak. As everyone.
All I asked you to do was not lie. Go ahead, call the cops, but go ahead and continue the meeting if you want to.
No, it's okay.
It seems like his priority isn't to continue the meeting, doesn't it? It's to get me arrested.
Don, please be quiet. Come on,
Then
we're trying to
continue the
conduct a meeting. Service.
No.
Do you have service, Sarah?
I have Wi-Fi.
You might have to just step up to the parking lot.
Yeah. It's still recording. Do you want to let them know that we have a minor issue or?
I mean, they've been able to listen the entire
Oh,
time.
that's true. Thank you. I forgot.
Oh. Okay. well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
one,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. Your kids clean up the ditch or whatever they're doing. Burn pits, there's a lot of those, fun spot.
I mean, I could leave the meeting and just go play in the car if I had to.
My son's gonna love it.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull into the yard on Friday. Back home, like, yes, Teddy, get a plane, like, yes, Teddy, we could.
Yeah, we typically, have you been?
No, I haven't been there. Good. I haven't been able to partake, but I know kids. That's
Yeah,
usually the same, the kids.
I moved in, and it's definitely April 2nd. So,
Oh, you're new.
yeah, I
Oh,
figured
no,
we'd
wait.
do that. And
No, I closed January 31st and I was the next weekend, sorry. This school year feels like it's running out already, so I'm like, but yes.
Those are plenty of cleanup.
Okay, I will forget this the first time.
Yeah. Anybody?
As winters, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You know, we collected the.
It's over in front of Travis. They are both this time. But did you guys already live in Manhattan or did you?
Well, I figured I.
Did you? Yes, from.
It
is. Oh, you're from.
I'll just figure it out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I went on a great field trip.
Why'd you kick me from the meeting?
The guard, so they were.
I'm sorry, but there was no one named Danielle Maple in the meeting. Why'd you kick anyone from a public meeting? There was a person named admin and I requested 3 times that they share their name to comply with the keeping records, and they did not share their name. And
I
I
never saw that. You never said anything on the site.
I put 3 chats online.
Chat's not open on Zoom. The video is. It's a video, not a chat on.
Okay, but you still get the notification when a chat is
No, I
sent to you.
didn't.
I mean, that's on you. If you don't have your chat open on the inbox, I requested that you say your name, so that is why you were removed. Just like last week, so you should have known after last week,
Or last month.
last month. Thank you.
There's quite a bit of you.
No, we're going there.
I mean, you can
Interrupt me, you're maybe we should call the cops on it for not being at the public meeting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge tractor, but if you're.
Okay.
That gravel, it makes very.
Yes.
You get that in the trailer.
I think that, yes, like behind Walmart, like, yeah, that'd be great. Yes. So-
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Jabron.
So.
We got dogs.
They're doing the police's haircut. Okay, so. When we went last year, they did get to like climb up.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Flat, flat.
Yes,
Oh, that's
and
what
they were just like.
You probably have seen a lot of it if you.
Yeah, I see it all.
See who first.
I think I have.
You did. It's all- But I don't know who else would have it from. Kurt might have it from. Where do you all live? I know we have. But we had at least a couple. trailers.
Maybe so.
Yes,
yes.
Did you get somebody?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
You're right by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a different thing. Last year we started.
Back for good now.
Few hours ago.
You don't continue the meeting?
Almost there. So, are we recording still? Okay, so I did call the police and, we're going to, if possible, charge you with trespassing, disorderly, whatever is appropriate. for the
Public meeting,
police.
okay.
So we're gonna try and continue the meeting now. So let's see, I think I left off with the donkey located on Danielle Maple's property at 7213 Mountain Ridge Road, Manhattan, Kansas, 66503. An executive session was held on March 26, 2024. UPID board members James Slaymaker and Sarah Dahl met with attorney Joe Knopp at his office for about an hour. Mr. Knopp informed the board members of the path forward to pursue covenant enforcement. He said a petition would be filed with the court and the lot owner would be served. UP work list, the work will be on the website for those who are interested in tackling some of these projects. If equipment is needed, contact the board for access and possible operations. Let the board member know if you plan to take care of something on the list to keep from duplication of work. We will also tackle them on community work days. So new business. All UPID monthly meeting documents that we have were uploaded to the website. The board has been working to scan and upload these documents in our spare time so the community would not have to pay for scanning. In order to fulfill a recent Candace Open Records request, we took the unscanned meeting documents to Able Printing for scanning. They were then uploaded to the website. The cheapest price by far was Able Printing, charging us $55 for 10 years worth of information.
Can I make a comment on that?
Yeah.
So I uploaded them onto our website a little bit differently. I uploaded them in groups by year because there were so many of them. So if you looked at, Carla, what years were it? 2008
through like 18.
Exactly. So you'll see them by year, but they're also like towards the end, it's a little bit out of order. So if you're looking for something specifically at the end of the year, it might be in the next year or vice versa. We tried to, it was a lot of paperwork and I apologize, but they're all uploaded and that's the good news.
Yeah, some of the December minutes are in the next January because that's when they got approved.
Yeah,
That would be the only
exactly.
wonky thing.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any other comments from the community in this? Yes.
I also just wanted to say somebody restacked the wall over by hole 7 and it looks great. Thank you.
Now, speaking of the meetings you just had up.
A second,
Wait,
here, let's
wait.
let her finish, please. Go ahead.
That's it. I just want to say
Hole
thank you
7.
to whoever did that.
Well, speaking of the meetings you just paid to have scanned, why did you pay to have them scanned when they were already scanned before? I mean, technically they were already digitized, so you're not even legally allowed to charge people for them or hide them.
Okay,
or
so
list not all of them.
I will.
No, you interrupt me. You're supposed to wait till I'm done talking.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the answer to the question is there used to be a website that was on Google Pages, and it was around for many, many years. I don't know, 10 years, a long time. And the password got lost and the data was unable to load anymore. So we couldn't load anymore. So we went out and we created a new
Google Drive,
web page,
a new website.
a new website. And all the data that was recorded was lost because at a certain point, if you don't access that as an administrator, they turn the website off. Well, you know, we could all view it, and you know, hindsight, we all should have copied all that stuff. But you know, nobody did anything, and it all just went away, poof, gone one day. So all that stuff that was scanned was gone. So
You're legally obligated to maintain it.
okay, so you know, we did the best we could. That's all I can say. Try to do better in the future. So
That's
okay,
fine.
any other comments? All right, so
Or online?
oh, sorry. Yes, any comments online,
There are no comments online.
board?
No.
All right, so we should leave this open for an executive session in case we need to meet with a lawyer again. Okay, so we're gonna leave this open for an executive session. And that is it.
I motion that we
Thank you.
adjourn the meeting and move it to an executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
You haven't yet. Got it, Charles?
No.
Wow. Could have spent more time on finishing your damn meeting than on the phone with the cop.
Hey, Carla. Do you know? Should we stay or will we just?
I'm gonna stay.
It's still recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Charles is on the web. You're so good with names.
Hey, Charles, could I get your first and last name, please, for the meeting records?
I'm gonna head out here. Yeah, I'll wait for it. Yeah, they may call you. Because they can't reach me on my phone. I'll be here.
I'll see you.
And it's all on Zoom.
See you down here.
All of it on Zoom.
Yeah, we done recording? RSVP.
Just trying to get him.
He didn't accept it.
Thank you.
I'm probably gonna sit this one out. So. Next. Our rule is
No, no, you have to provide food for the first picnic.
I hope you get the cop on the pay. That would be great. Slide right in there.
Hey, Charles, could I get your last name for the meeting minutes, please? Oh, perfect. Thank you. I see it in the chat. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, that concludes the meeting. Have a good night.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
Yes.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm really